Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. On the 6th of March 2025, the defense filed a document that was recently released to the public, and buried in here at the very end, there's a possibility that there may be another hearing that's scheduled in the case of Idaho versus Kohberger based on this particular filing. Let's take a look and see what this document says and why and where they're requesting a possible hearing. This is defendant's motion for leave to file responses to the state's amended expert disclosures. Now, when you see the term motion for leave, that means that one of the parties is seeking a court order. That's what a motion is. For leave of court, that means permission to do or not do something that may be required by a rule of court, that may be required by a prior court order or other legal authority. Let's delve into this and see what this is about. Comes now Brian C. Kohberger by and through his attorneys of record, and hereby moves the court for leave from the court's sealed order governing further criminal proceedings and notice of trial setting, filed October 9th, 2024. And if I could just interject here, ladies and gentlemen, I have referred to this specific order that Judge Hippler rendered on the 9th of October as the pretrial and trial order, and it really is the blueprint for the rest of the case leading up to trial. Continuing, page 1, defense counsel is asking for leave to file responses to the state's amended supplemental response to request for discovery regarding expert testimony filed with the court on March 3rd, 2025. Okay, so they're asking for leave from the court to file these amended responses, it looks like, to their own expert witness disclosures based on what the state has done. Next page. Mr. Kohberger requests leave to provide responses to the state's amended disclosures to the extent that the disclosures present new or changed expert opinions that his experts will address at trial. Okay, so this is not a carte blanche request to file multiple things seeking leave of court. This is specifically tailored only to address the state's amended disclosures to the extent that they present new or changed expert opinions prior to what that was previously served upon the defense. So this is new information that they want to have the opportunity, they're claiming, to respond to. Mr. Kohberger requests leave to amend or file additional motions in limine related to these disclosures. Okay, so he's either asking the court to flat out just grant him this motion and allow him to amend the prior disclosures, or possibly to do so in further motions in limine. So there's a possibility, ladies and gentlemen, you may be seeing further motions in limine from the defense if that portion of the motion is granted by Judge Stephen J. Hippler. The rest of this filing raises the fact that Mr. Kohberger is basing his request on his constitutionally guaranteed privileges under the U.S. and the Idaho Constitution both. And then he's saying here that the disclosures did not come until 2 weeks after the state's rebuttal expert disclosures. Mr. Kohberger notes that in the March 3rd disclosures, one of the new disclosures is an expert report that makes changes to the original report. That report was dated February 13th, 2025, in time for the state's rebuttal disclosure. For unexplained reasons, the expert report was held an additional 2 weeks before disclosure. So we're going to see what the state of Idaho comes back in response to this request. But here's where we see the very last paragraph, the request for a possible hearing. Should the court require a hearing on this matter, counsel requests 30 minutes to present oral argument, evidence, and/or testimony in support thereof. And this is dated the 6th day of March, 2025, signed by Ann C. Taylor. So again, we're going to await the state's response, and we're going to see if Judge Hippler grants this relief flat out, requires a hearing, requires that the defense file, if it's granted, its amendments in motions in limine or any combination of the above. This is Kathy. Thanks for joining us here today.